And I've gone back and listened to my recordings once or twice. And every time I listen, something else hits.
Hmm.
Um, and the emotion, even though I've lived it and I've listened to it, like that heart piece hits again. And there's maybe that's where some of those conversations are. Like every time I go back and rewatch, like there's layers, and I'm just gonna leave a big pause in case you want to edit this. There's my hand up. Um, in some ways, I told you off camera this morning, I've been having a bit of a rough week. And in some ways, I'm scared to go back and listen to those again because I feel like they might almost, I don't know. Like I don't know if I can, maybe that means that I need it, but like part of me is like, I don't know if I can take in that love right now. Again, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. There's a bit of it's strange. It's like I've lived them, I've watched them. There's nothing scary there, but part of me is like, I don't know if I can sit and watch this again. Part of me feels that I need to, but like I don't know how much more intensity in life I can take right at this moment.
Oh, I hear you. So, but that intensity feels that scary to me if I were feeling that, and I have felt that. I hear you. My heart is really responding to you right now. And if I think if I were feeling that right now, I would feel like the enormity of it is something that the reason it's scary to me is because I'm afraid I can't have it. Like I
Mm.
don't want to be exposed to it again because like it's like a hungry person, with their hands and their nose up against the plate glass window,
Yeah.
watching people eat in a restaurant. Like I want this thing so much and I can feel my entire body, my entire essence responding to it. And yet, what if it's not for me?
Did Oprah just pop in there? Because I feel like you nailed it.
Yeah. Well, they're doing that a lot more all the time these days. I think that's just one of the, I mean, there's probably half a dozen reasons, distinctly articulated reasons, but that right there is one that I had not thought of before. I think that's the reason why I do it twice a week, because an entire week in our human existence with everything that's going on, all the plates that we're juggling in the air and all that stuff, um I guess we juggle balls, not plates, but you know what I mean. With everything that's going on, it can be so overwhelming to want something so badly and to feel like it's almost right there and that week is long enough to separate us from that, whereas twice a week is the longest you ever go without it is 4 days. And so you can start to develop a connection with it, a relationship with it, an
Yeah.
acceptance of it, where it's not so scary because we want it. The only reason it's scary is because we want it so bad, just to be really clear. So we want something so bad because it feels so good. And when we start getting it twice a week, now we're starting to really nourish ourselves. And so I thank you very much because I had never even thought of that particular aspect of the twice a week, but I feel very clearly that's one of the reasons why I'm doing it that way.
Yeah. And it's funny, you hit the nail on the head there. I mean, you I'm pretty sure you and I know I've had this conversation with other people, but I'm pretty sure I did with you too a few times in our various other conversations we've had prior to this right here. I've said to you, I've been climbing this mountain for so long and I feel like I'm so close. I
Mm-hmm.
said that numerous times and it is that wanting. And I realize there's power in that desire and it's positive and we're supposed to live in our desires. And that was one of the downloads from Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're very right in that wanting something so badly and feeling so close and it can become overwhelming and scary and it is easy to lose that connection in that relationship. Like I said, I feel every now and then I feel like Oprah sort of like come give me a little tap, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which is so lovely. But I think that twice a week would be amazing to continue to build on connection in that relationship. And again, like I said earlier, have that space built in.
Yes.
Um, yeah.
Cool.